What's up, YouTube? I am back with a video. Today's video, I'm talking about the Will and Jada and Alsina situation. I'm gonna call it a situation. And they discuss the Jada and Alsina situation where they discuss on the red table. You know, and as I said in my Instagram video, it's a lot that the world need to pay attention to in that whole situation and in that video that's going around social media and everything. You know, and me. I wanted to make sure I had everything together before I took the time to do this video. I want to make sure I got to see every video going around about it and really get the full understanding. And the first thing I want to point out is that Jada and Will is some strong individuals, a strong couple. Anybody to take the time out of their busy life, out of their everyday life, and take the time to sit at a table and discuss their dirty laundry like that for the world to know that really don't concern the world is a very strong-minded individuals. You know what I mean? That says a lot about them. That says a lot. Like, wow. You know, not that the world need to know, not that they do, not that they owe the world an explanation, because they really don't. That's their personal life. Only person they have to answer to is the man upstairs, God. You know what I mean? So it's just like, wow, that really says a lot, that you sit here and take the time to discuss your dirty laundry to the world. You know what I mean? And also, I want to point out that they sit there, and Jada and Will sitting there kicking jokes and talking about it like it's nothing, like it's no big deal. You know what I mean? And that's another sign of a strong couple. A strong couple. You know what I mean? They sitting there talking about it, not fussing at each other, not arguing, not throwing stuff at one another, not being disrespectful, you know, without doing all the usual nonsense that you see in all these black TV shows nowadays, and that you see in your everyday life around your surrounding, your areas and whatnot. You know what I mean? So it's good to see that they paint that picture. This is how you do things. This is how you discuss things. You don't have to be disrespectful and over talk each other. You know, sit here and hear each other out with an open-minded. Don't be quick to defend yourself and over talk the other, because you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win the argument. The person that says the most words is not gonna win. You know what I mean? So that's the second thing I want to point out. Now, and the third thing I want to point out is that, you know, yes, they were separated during that time when this situation happened with Jada and Alsina, but that don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? You might was separated. Why I say it don't mean nothing, because they might with Jada and Will might was separated, but you still under vows in your marriage. Nobody never filed for divorce and everything. Yeah, Will say he was through with Jada and whatnot, but nobody never filed for a divorce. Nobody never pursued a divorce. Nobody never pursued a divorce. I'm gonna say that one more time. No, Will or Jada, neither one of them never filed for a divorce. They were living in a certain place or whatever, how you want to say it. They called themselves over for good, was through one another. But nobody never filed for a divorce. So therefore, you still under vows, regardless you live in certain places. Because on my years of living, I don't talk to a lot of women that was in the same predicament. You know, they husbands sleep with other women and they sleep with other men, but yet still married, still under vows, you know, and making things worse. You know what I'm saying? All revolves around what's right in God's eyes, you know? And I'm pretty sure if you talk to a pastor, a legit pastor, he would tell you the same thing. Yes, they separated for a while, but they still under vows. They were still under vows to one another through marriage. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's grounds to say that Jada cheated on Will with Alsina, because they were still under vows. They were still married. They might were separated, living in separate places and all that whatnot, but they were still married. So that's why I say Jada cheated on Will with Alsina. And she was saying Will did his dirt in the past, you know, but, you know, I'm glad they didn't get in a back and forth or exposing each other's dirt. But we talking about the situation at hand. How did Jada end up sleeping around with Alsina? Now we know, and that's considered cheating, because they still married. Nobody filed for divorce, so that's considered committing adultery. You know, and yet they still take the time to work it out. That's what y'all gotta pay attention to. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people, I was saying, oh, I know I used to say on Facebook, I want a relationship like T.I. and Tiny, and people are coming, or you want to cheat on your wife like T.I. did Tiny. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talk about this, or my wife, or my husband, my spouse cheat on me, I'm gonna move on. Yeah, you can move on, but at the same time, the Bible also says that he finds favor who hangs strong. You know, that's why people mess up when they forget about what them vows say, till death do us part, for better days or bad days. You know what I'm saying? Them vows carry a lot, man. Them vows that you take before God, them vows say a lot. You know what I mean? That's what the world failed to realize. That's why T.I. and China still together. That's why all the other couples are still together, because they know what them vows say. You know what I mean? You know, that's the word we live in, where people so fast to run. People so fast to run away instead of working it out. That's why the divorce rate is so high in America as it is nowadays. You know? But not to get off top and everything, I don't want to add that in there. You know, but not to get off top and you know, I do like that. I do like that they talking about something that's old. It probably was old news to them, because they said this happened years ago, so long ago. Ain't no telling how many years ago, but it's something that happened so long ago to where that's probably why they able to discuss it so openly and so comfortable to discuss it. You know what I mean? With smiles on their face. You know what I mean? Because they already moved on past that and worked things out. So that's a good sign right there. You know, and ask yourself, how many couples in America are strong enough to do the same thing? Go through hard time where they may and resolve it. The answer might not come to you right away, but within time, the answers will come to you. It might not be the right answer or the choice that you feel is right, but it's what's need to be done to save your marriage or save your relationship. I know I've been in that situation many times, where I had to bite that bullet many times in relationships. You know what I'm saying? And things worked out, you know? So you gotta think about that, man. You gotta think about that. You know, I respect them for that by all means. Now, another thing I want to point out is that I'm still, since I found out about this situation, I'm still trying to figure out what in the world is Alsina gonna gain from this. That's what I want to know. I mean, what was his purpose? What was his reason for revealing this? Why? This happened years ago. You know, he got the world thinking that this happened recent, in the last 30 days or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what did you gain? Did you gain anything? What was that your way of keep your name relevant in the industry? I mean, what? You know, kind of like these rappers and them that know that their time was up. Now they on all these reality shows. That's how they keep themselves relevant nowadays, you know? But what did you get from it? Was that to help promote your album sales? Or, I mean, I don't understand. You know what I mean? And they said that, you know, Will gave Alsina his blessing, you know, because they was, like he said, he was done with Jada. So therefore, whatever man come behind him has some big shoes to step up to, has some huge shoes. So I give you my blessings too. You know what I mean? I give you my blessings too. You know, Will know what you're gonna get yourself into, but you don't know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? So I would have gave you my blessings too. You know, that's just in my eye. I'd have gave you my blessings too. You know what I'm saying? That's just in my eye, but I didn't want to point those things out. See, everybody don't handle things the same way, you know, where they fussing, fighting, arguing, and over talking to each other and all that whatnot. Everybody don't handle things like that, man. And that's why I want the world to walk away with this from, you know? You know, and y'all tell me about how y'all feel about this way. That's how I feel. I feel Jada cheated on Will Smith with Alsina because they were still married. They were still married. They were still under their vows. Because nobody filed for divorce, even though they separated, living in separate places, whatever you want to call it. It all revolves around the same. Jada cheated on Will with Alsina. She wanted to feel love. She wanted to feel all those emotions again. I guess Will was slacking on his job as a man, and that's when Alsina came in. Typical nonsense, typical situation. I ain't gonna say nonsense, but typical situation that everyday people go through. You know what I'm saying? I know I've been through that a couple times. I've been there plenty of times, you know? You don't show your spouse or the person you committed with that affection, that love, that comfort, that all that good stuff. They're gonna find it somewhere else. They're gonna get fed up and go find it somewhere. It never fails. You know, it never fails. You know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. You know, That's just how it is in the world, you know. So those are my thoughts on it. I seen a lot of hidden messages in that red carpet conversation, and that they're gonna deal with me to the day I die. All about the old school way of doing things, you know, and they did that very well. So, you know, but shout out in my shout out video the last Sunday in July, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Y'all tell me y'all thoughts on everything I said, you know what I'm saying? And I give you a shout out in my shout out video the last Sunday in July. Also, if you like this video, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you don't like this video, take the time to go through my catalog and find a video that you like. If you like that video, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. You know, and keep in mind, these are my thoughts. These are my opinions as an 80s baby. Yes, 1980 baby. You know, the last of a dying breed, because it ain't that many 80 babies out here nowadays that stay with minded, that still old fashioned by all means. You know, so I'm sharing my thoughts on how I feel about the situation. You know, so